And now we are super happy to introduce our next speaker, Nour Durra. Nour is a Norway-based tech professional with 16 plus years of experience in the areas of Agile and Scrum methodologies, all things Atlassian, Jira, Confluence, service desk administration, consultancy, and process definition. She is here with her talk entitled How I Work with Jira in Detail. Thank you so much for being here, Nour. Take it away.
Thank you, Christina. Do you hear me? Well?
Yes, we can hear you fine. Thank you.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining my speech today on Jira. My name is Nour Durra, and I'm Jordanian based in Norway. Before I start, I need to do a shout out for my mom. She's watching me back in Jordan. I love you, Mama. And now moving on. I'm a consultant at Nagarro. It's an international company. I will share now my screen because I did not share it. Okay. So our team covers, as you can see from the map, our team covers all time zones. Actually, this map speaks volumes about us. We thrive on diversity and we make borders insignificant. Me and my colleagues work in the Atlassian Center of Excellence. It's a department that works with all service units, fintech, telecom, government, etc. And that's because Atlassian is not limited to a certain business. Atlassian tools can work for any business, and it works well. Before diving into this into my session, I would like to thank Power to Fly for inviting me to speak in this awesome summit. I'm really humbled. I've been part of Power to Fly community since 6 years. They inspired me, and I have to say that Power to Fly changed my life. The change was in my mindset and how I approach work, and how I know that being in an office won't make me a better person or won't make me more productive. I know that I can work anywhere. That said, I wanted to share this as I felt that this was me when going to quarantine, when my company announced that we should work from home due to COVID-19. I know I'm joking about this, and I'm really blessed that I had the luxury to be able to work from home, and my work did not stop. And I would really like to thank all the health workers, first responders, and teachers. I would repeat teachers a million times. I'm a mom of two, and me and my husband been homeschooling 2 boys, and teachers do wonders. Thank you for all the teachers in this world. And now I will move on. So I will start with this. It's a show and tell session. It's called How I Work with Jira in Details. I added the sort of tag here because Atlassian is a huge ecosystem, and 30 minutes would never cover what it gives. But I will show I will show everyone are features that everyone, all the users, can achieve and leverage. I will also showcase some of the strongest features in Jira that helps project managers, Scrum Masters, quality engineers, developers, all the teams, even management, track the status of their projects without the need of going into the nitty-gritty details and going anywhere they don't have to be in. If you are familiar with Atlassian, the bigger the instance gets, the harder it is to navigate. So I will give you like those small tips and tricks that makes your life easier. I will show you the real-time reporting that Jira offers. The search engine is the heart of the system, and it can get you anything. If the information you have in the ticket, you can find it. Now I will move to my dashboard. Now I will start the show and tell. My dashboard for SpaceX project. And fun fact, SpaceX, who launched 3 months ago, their team, they use Atlassian tools, and this is so cool. This is my dashboard that I wake up every morning and I just open it and I track my work and I see it, and you can see it's colorful, it's informative. I know what I need to do just by looking at it. Here I have, the first thing is this print health gadget. It's, my team works in a Scrum method. And so we work in sprints. In order for me to track the sprints, I have this sprint health gadget. It's really informative. I can see an overview of the ongoing work. I can see the overall progress. I can see if there are any blockers, flagged issues, assignees. And to stress about real-time reporting, anytime when I'm here, I can see the status. And if I click any of those, it will take me to what is the blocker. So if I take you to the blocker, I can see the ticket that is blocking, that is blocked. And I can see everything, who it's assigned to, and the reporter, the summary of it, and so on. The next one, and which I think, I always think that those two gadgets are intertwined, the burn down gadget. You can see how my sprint is burning down. You can see the red, the remaining values line in, and it's going in parallel with the guideline. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful because it gives me a feel of where are we going, and if we are going to achieve our goals out of this sprint. And those, small details and hints, if you can see that we have a small gap here, and if I look at the health gadget, I can see that there are some scope changing. That's why those lines are not together, but actually they are going, the red one is going in the right direction, and so on. And I need also to stress that everything, those tools, those reports display the right data that you feed. So everything depends on the quality on your data. We know automation is there to help us, but we as humans, we need to follow up. We need to be vigilant about how we are doing our work in order to produce quality data. I have here this gadget called Assign to Me. It displays all the open tickets that are assigned to me, and they are open. So I know that I need to work on this ticket and on this ticket, and it doesn't matter in which project. It gives me everything I need. Another gadget is the created versus resolved. It shows the whole. It shows like a graph of what's been created versus what's been resolved. And another cool gadget, and it's worth actually mentioning that Atlassian provides. Has a huge actually marketplace that is loaded with applications, gadgets that developers produce and give to the community based on a need that arise at a certain time. So I found this actually custom chart very interesting, very colorful, very intuitive. You can see that it's the workload for me as, let's say, I'm a project manager. I can see that Alana Grant has 37 tickets assigned to her, while Ryan has 21. There are 17 tickets unassigned. All of those they give us flags, and they give project managers, scrum masters, even team members like flags on where to work, what to do. Again, the real-time reporting. So when I go to see what is Alana Grant is working on, I can just check here and go and see, oh, those are the tickets that she's working on. Okay. I have the activity stream. This is out of the box. It comes very handy. If it's like your social media stream, it shows what the team are doing. If here you can see that there is a build being built, and how is work flowing. I have this also very cool gadget using the custom chart that is from the marketplace. It's very useful for project governance. So I called it time spent per assignee. This chart shows the time spent by each assignee throughout the whole project. And the project is still ongoing, but I can see the total hours that I have, and it will help me in projection and in estimation, and in knowing maybe we will finish on time, maybe we will not meet the deadline. So those are really helpful to get an insight of what's going on. I also have this set up this issue statuses. It's this graph. It shows all the tickets in my in SpaceX project, and I see how many tickets are in each status. How you leverage this one is that, for example, you see that there is lots of tickets in waiting that are waiting for in review, and this will raise the flag that, okay, there is a bottleneck. I have a bottleneck here. So I can just open them, and I can go and see what are the tickets, who's assigned, what's going on. This is really also useful. Another cool gadget here is the Agile wallboard. So if you are familiar, if you work daily with Jira, you know that a project can consist of multiple boards. And sometimes it's when the instances are big, it's really hard to navigate through to find your own board. So I think it's smart to add your board, if you are a project manager, to add it here. And because you don't need to work on it, you just want to see the overall view. I can see here, it's beautiful. I can see the tickets, they are flowing. If there are any flags here, I can see who's assigned to it. I can see it's very helpful. To note that I cannot move it because this is not an agile board. It's just like a screenshot. It keeps refreshing to give you the latest on that board. And my last gadget is a two-dimensional filter statistics. If you are a data addict, or if you love data, I think you would love this. This is a very simple visualization of what you can do. I have set up this statistics based on the assignees and on the priority. So here I can see that Alana Grant, who has previously, we know that she has most of the tickets. She has one blocker, and she has 7 critical. and 23 major. So I think no one would let Alana go from any company. She has everything. She works on everything. And this is my dashboard. My target here in this session to show you how you can, as a user, can create something similar and that you can leverage. And the first thing you need to do is to construct the data that you want to feed your dashboard. Jira uses a very powerful and user-friendly way of rendering data. It's called JQL, Jira Query Language. And you can, it has a basic user interface and an advanced. I will work on the basic one because it's more than enough for this usage. And I have my scenario here is I have an Android application project and team, and I want to create a similar dashboard for this team. I will start by creating a filter for that project. This is how you see the filters in how you see the search engine in Jira. This is the basic one. I'll select the Android app, and I want to see only the tickets that are in progress, open tickets. And by open, I mean tickets that are to do and in progress. And then I will save it, and I will call it open Android tickets. And then I will base most of my dashboard on this, knowing those tickets. And this keeps rendering everything that's by creating this filter, I know that it will always pull the latest data and real time. I will go back to the old dashboard, and then I will start creating a new dashboard. I will call it Android Team Dashboard. You have the option to start from a black dashboard, or you can base it on, for inspiration, for example, you can base it on any existing dashboard. I will start by a blank dashboard, and I will start adding it. You can control, of course, the permissions, who can see it, if you want it personal, if you want to share it with your team members. Everything is possible here. And we will start now. I will start adding the gadgets and the reports here. I will start by the sprint, the out-of-the-box sprint gadgets. We have the sprint burn down and the sprint health that we talked about. I will add those two, and I will customize them now. So here, very simple, intuitive way of customizing your dashboard and of configuring actually those gadgets. I will pick the Android app development, which is the project that I want, and this list only displays all the boards that are following the Scrum type. So it's by intuitive, I mean that it leads you. It's you won't be very confused of what you want to have. I will show the assignees, board name. I will make it refresh automatically. So when I start the next sprint, it shows me the latest sprint, and it will update every 15 minutes. And I will save. And the truth will set you free. Voila. You have the everything about this project, because I want to show you that compared to this, I want to show you the board of the Android app. Yes, you see the board, but you don't get the reports. You don't get the percentages. You don't get the feel of the process. You see that, yes, tickets are moving, but here we just brought the reports to it's like to live. The sprint, as for the burn down gadget, I can also select the board that I want to see. I want to see the name, it's the same, and I wanted to refresh so that I'll have always the latest data. And voila, I have this beautiful burn down chart. Look, the people are working. I can see that we have the guideline and the remaining values are going, and no one changed the scope. Although I see that there are 2 flag tickets, but it's okay. The next gadget that I will add is the assigned to me out of the box gadget. It's really direct out of the box. You don't even need, you can customize it, but what it displays is more than enough. You can control the columns that you want to display. You can add to it. You can add status, for example, the status field for them. And you want it to refresh, and you want to save it, and your data is here. You can see it, and you don't even need to go and look for it. The next gadget that I will add, it's the one that is from a vendor called Old Street Solutions. They have those really cool, colorful, I showed you before, cool, colorful charts where if you don't really understand them, it's really nice to see. They are beautiful. So I will start with the workload. I will show you how I will create the workload. I will select a 1D table chart, and I will bring the filter that I created to see, and it's open. Open. Android tickets, and I see that we have 15. I will add the charts by assignee, and the count is based on the issues. And I will save it. I didn't name it, it's fine. So I can see that there are 11 in this project. I can see that instantly that 11 tickets are not assigned. Jennifer has 2, Alana has 1, Kevin has 1. I will create another one, and I still have time. Christina, you can stop me anytime. I can go like this forever. I have lots of, this is lots of gadgets.
We can definitely hear the passion in your voice. Well, we do have a couple of questions here in about 7 minutes to go. So maybe another minute or so, and then we can get to the questions.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, so I'll add my other custom chart to show the time spent per assignee, and I will select the pie chart. I will select the filter for the whole board of Android, and I will have it also by assignee, and the count will be time spent, and I would see what's happening here. I can see that, for example, Alana, she spent 64 hours on this. I can see that Kevin spent 45, Jennifer 24, and so on and so forth. The last gadget I will add before I start answering, hopefully, the Agile wood board gadget. It's your board. So this is the Android app. I can see it. I will add it. I want to see the board name. I want to see the filters. I want it to keep refreshing and save. And voila, I can see it. I don't need to go there as a project manager or a Scrum Master. I don't need to go there. I can just see it. And even if I want to add a comment, I can just click the ticket and I can go inside and I can talk to the people. I can add comments. I can change it. This is how Jira brings your data to life. This is the reporting that you need, the daily reporting actually that you need. And it's really easy. It's accessible to everyone, and any user can do that. And yes, this is concludes my my show and tell. I would welcome questions.
Thank you so much for that, Nour. You did it in a very clear and concise way. Even for somebody who doesn't actually use it, I was able to follow it. So thank you. Let's get to those questions. We have Dina. She has asked, can we add a graph? Can we add graphs for epics to know the completion percentage for a specific period?
Yes, depends on your data. So you can use many reports to achieve that. You can use even the two-dimensional one, but the secret here is to create the filter. When you create your filter, you can create it for only the epics, and then you can bring the data on. Plus, there are other apps from the marketplace that gives you exactly what you're looking for. Actually, I did this like 2 weeks ago for someone who asked me about it, so it is possible.
Okay, and then Nicole, the data you can see here is only as good as the quality of the tickets and the way the dev team updates them. Do you have tips on ways to set up the workflows and forms so they nudge the users toward the desired inputs and updates, or ways to automate that?
Yes. Automation is a really cool feature that Atlassian pushed to its cloud-based instances, and it's available on the server instances. Automation is really an intuitive way of automating your statuses, your tickets, moving them, assigning them. For example, you can create subtasks if you need for a certain ticket. You can auto assign based on a field. So we recommend using that. And also the cool thing about automation is that you don't need to go into the workflow, because there are more advanced ways to work in the workflow, to use validators, post functions, and conditions. But the automation is really user friendly. It gives you a user interface that even non-developers can handle it. If you have a logic, you can do it. So I would recommend automation for Jira.
Great. And last question, I'll give you about 30 seconds to answer. Is there an option in Jira to see dependency between tickets, or if there are duplicates between different teams?
What I do, you do workarounds. This is a tricky question. I do a workaround. I do this filter. I bring it on, and then this is out of the box, because there are other applications in the marketplace that gives you this functionality exactly how you want it. But for me, and if I don't want to pay extra for another app, I just create a filter, and then I add it as a filter results, and I check the columns that are displayed, and usually I add the linked issues. And if you want, you can take it a step further, and you can, for example, subscribe to it and to know what's going on. And I think I'm being kicked out because my time is up.